Welcome to my bold and beautiful 24 gossip channel. I think everyone is having a good day. Please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Poppy genuinely goes after Zende and Luna gets ready to tell the truth with R.J. The strong and the lovely, Zende and Poppy beg Luna to stay silent. RJ's sentiment relies possibly to excess on a caring outlook, and Luna shows up at the oceanside house. At Poppy's place, she advises Luna there's not a glaringly obvious explanation to tell RJ. You did nothing off base. They quibble about Poppy's mints and Luna fights that she assumed she was with RJ. That is the manner by which out of it she was, that is how your little medication propensity treated me. Poppy begs her girl not to transform her misstep into something much more terrible. RJ doesn't have to have a ton of familiarity with what happened the previous evening. Thomas and Trust find RJ in the workplace outlining and comment on his speed. He's attempting to get the thought down before it gets away from his cerebrum. Trust suspects he has different plans, and RJ concedes he needs to set up a unique date with Luna at the oceanside house this evening. Thomas and Trust have seen the positive influence she's had on him. You're a truly sweet couple. Thomas jokes that everybody supports. Has that consistently occurred before in this family? RJ laughs that pretty much nothing remains to be protested about Luna. I'm a fortunate person. Thomas Trust RJ B&B. Trust and Thomas discover that RJ made things heartfelt for Luna's most memorable time. Things get off kilter, yet Trust concurs it's no joking matter and ought to be treated with deference. I'm certain it was perfect and you are a great, caring person. Trust then, at that point, needs to steer the conversation in a different direction. RJ goes on that Luna's astounding and he can hardly hold back to see her once more. Thomas laughs that he has it terrible. You're not kidding. RJ concedes they've expressed it to one another. Trust believes they're both fortunate. RJ crows that Luna is the encapsulation of genuineness. It's so natural for me to trust her. Thomas recommends he get rolling. Meet Annika, Noelle's new lover. At Poppy's place, a thump comes at the entryway. Poppy stows away and Luna makes the way for Zende. He realizes she's been going ballistic and she has as well. Poppy flies into the room and pushes him. I need reality. Did you exploit my little girl the previous evening or not? Zende dissents fervently and Luna backs him up. Luna makes sense of that. Poppy realizes more than he contemplates the previous evening. Mother, we owe Zende a clarification. Poppy B&B. Zende says the last thing he'd need for their most memorable time is for Luna to think he was another person. Luna lets him know that what occurred between them is all her shortcoming. My mom and her mints. Poppy makes sense of that. She takes them once in a while to bring some relief. She's taken them for some time and has developed a resistance, however somebody who has never taken them would get a lot greater impact, particularly blending them in with liquor. Zende discovers that Poppy's mints got stirred up with Luna's. Are you saying you were high last evening? He asks distrustfully. Luna affirms it and reviews how drained and parched she got. When outside, she saw the water bottles and went into the guest house. She doesn't recollect plunking down or getting in his bed. Zende gawps, you're letting me know you were tranquilized by your own mom. Luna says, that is the reason I thought you were RJ. I was fantasizing or something. Poppy shouts that she's sickened. Zende trusts so, she took something from him as well. He truly loves her girl and trusted they could share something particularly amazing, yet all at dislike this. Luna says now that Zende realizes she needs to tell RJ. B&B's new family. Poppy fights, you can't. Luna needs to. RJ feels that I'm a decent individual and he puts stock in me. At the point when he takes a gander at me, he sees somebody who tells the truth and committed and sweet and unadulterated. She's not any longer, not after the previous evening, all due to your revolting mints, mother. Presently our relationship is spoiled. It's destroyed. I couldn't really accept that this is going on the present moment, all in light of your damn medications. I can scarcely see you at the present time. Zende regards Luna needing to be honest, yet her mom is right, there is definitely not a great explanation. RJ has to be aware. Telling him would break their trust. Luna thinks perhaps RJ would comprehend and value her trusting in him. Zende ejects, nobody would grasp, Luna. Nobody would comprehend by any means, ever. I can scarcely grasp this. Telling him, you will simply lose him. You will lose your standing as well. Letting him know will do no decent. Poppy adds that telling RJ will hurt him as well, and that's what nobody needs. She asks her girl to go to RJ, embrace him, kiss him, and remind herself everything that she'd be surrendering assuming she says to him. Nobody has to understand what happened the previous evening, it was only a terrible misstep. Try not to say a word. Luna Poppy Zende BNB. In the Forrester office, Trust dreams to Thomas that the present chatter about sentiment and love has truly made her think about you and this ring. Thomas kisses her and they grin at one another. Thomas Trust BNB. In the plan office, Zende deals with a sketch, yet throws his pencil down. He anguishes as he blazes to Luna, letting him know she thought he was RJ and needing to let him know what occurred. He clears the work area and speeds the room in a frenzy. Why the Zende-Luna wind is so risky. At the Oceanside house, RJ has cheddar and wine set out when Luna shows up. He inquires as to whether she's feeling improved and embraces her. According to she, not altogether. He realizes her mother was dealing with her, which is the best inclination on the planet when you're debilitated. His mother guaranteed him that Poppy would care for her, both of you are close. Nozawa power, right? RJ inquires as to whether her off state of mind is a result of the party the previous evening. She says it is. RJ happens about the amount he missed her and wished she'd been there in his arms. According to Luna, you have no clue about the amount I want to be with you the previous evening. RJ embraces her, you're so lovely and I'm so fortunate to have you in my life. They kiss as Luna glimmers to learning she ended up in Zen's bed in light of Poppy's mints. At the point when she pulls away, RJ asks everything's off base and says to her she can let him know anything by any stretch of the imagination. Luna loves him so much and consistently needs to be straightforward with him. There's something that I really want to tell you. Something that you want to be aware about the previous evening. Poppy pushes Zende for taking benefit. Luna stops RJ's kiss. The striking and the wonderful uncovers that Poppy Nozawa contended there was not an obvious explanation to transform her misstep into something such a lot of more regrettable for Luna Nozawa. Poppy thought it was ideal to conceal reality from RJ Forrester, who didn't have to realize what occurred with Zende Forrester Dominguez as she would see it. At the point when Luna heard a thump at the entryway, she sent Poppy in the other space to stow away and expected to find RJ remaining there. Zende was at the entryway, all things being equal, so he came in and needed to have one more conversation about what went down. Poppy came running out and pushed Zende prior to requesting to be aware, assuming that he exploited her little girl. Zende said by no means, and Luna upheld him since she adequately recollected to realize he did nothing off base. Since Zende was confounded about how Luna confused him with RJ, Luna conveyed the misunderstanding news. Zende was dazed to learn Luna incidentally got her hands on Poppy's mints that were bound with something. When Zende acknowledged Luna was high and daydreaming the previous evening, he asked how Poppy could do this to Luna. Zende called attention to that Poppy took something from him too, since he truly thought often about Luna and figured they could share something lovely, dislike this. Now that Zende knew reality, Luna demanded RJ ought to be aware, as well. After Luna yelled about her relationship being spoiled by Poppy's damn medications, she said she could scarcely see her mom at the present time. Zende comprehended Luna's craving to confess all, however he concurred with Poppy about covering the mystery. As Zende lashed out, he said nobody would comprehend and that this would influence Luna's standing, as well. Zende figured coming clean would hurt RJ pointlessly, so Poppy said he was correct and cautioned Luna not to say a word to her sweetheart. At Forrester Manifestations on Friday's B&B episode, RJ was working hotly on another sketch when Trust Logan and Thomas Forrester showed up.